our luck would change.
Change? That's it! We're free!
Folks, welcome back to Magnus's Loot Crate. I am your host, as always, Magnus Deacon. Now, folks, this is going to be a little bit of a blast from the past, because, folks, today I'm going to take a look at Newage H1 Flipper. That's right, I said H1, going all the way back to the olden days of Newage. 2018. Long time ago when you collect little doodads like these. So folks, we're going to go ahead, dive right into it. So folks, here is the clamshell for Newage's H1 Flipper. Now you've probably already noticed it, I don't even have to say it, but he comes with very little in the way of accessories, being that he was the very first of the Newage figures that have come out in the Legend scale. I really like this dude. I've had mine for a while, but you know what? It never hurts to go back and review something that you have that you like. So folks, there he is. H1 Flipper. Pretty much all he comes with, and you'll see it in the up close and personal, all he really comes with is instructions, a gun, and the bee himself. So folks, we're going to go ahead and take him out of the package, take a look at that bot mode.
Crime told me there'd be days like this.
So folks, I think I'm going to just go ahead and address the ant in the room. But as you could probably see, this dude is very, very small. I practically had to just cram my camera as close to the turntable as I possibly could just to even get this good of a view of this guy. He is really, really tiny. Keeping in mind, and you can probably see the little, the little info dump I've got there, how tall he is, in inches and centimeters. And the materials he's made of. So he is a tiny little guy. As a matter of fact, the Loot Crate measuring stick, trademark, that he's standing next to is precisely 3 inches tall. I think that's 7.62 millimeters or centimeters, I want to say. I forget exactly. But folks, that's not important. He is a little guy. So let's take a look at these little close-up shots. Oh yeah, he is a very nice looking little bumblebee figure. I love this little guy, but folks, let's go ahead and get up close and personal. So folks, now that we've seen the turntable, it's time to get a little more up close and personal. Of course, as you saw from the clamshell, not really a whole lot with this little guy, but we're going to go ahead and take a look anyways. Folks, first things first, you've got a fairly simple sheet of instructions. Not a whole lot to it. He does have a fairly simple transformation, which is good because one this small, you'd think he would be fairly simple to transform, but he is complex enough that it's a nice transformation. Second thing, that is the tiniest pew pew cannon I have ever seen, I believe. Actually, this rivals the Magic Square tape team with the little rumbling frenzy guns on their backs. But folks, here's what we're here to talk about. Feast your eyes on this little prize. Look at that little guy. I love the paint in his eyes. Yeah, my hand just made his face disappear. But look at that. That is some nice paint in his eyes. It's a really nice looking, I'm guessing you would call that electric blue, metallic blue, something. But I do like this guy, and he is very, very small. But I really like this guy. And it just goes to show, Newage was doing some pretty good work even in their, I guess with H1, I guess you could call that the early days. I mean, it was only 2 years ago-ish, somewhere around in that neighborhood. But as things have progressed, well, you guys have seen me review some of Newage's stuff. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But folks, I think it's high time for us to go ahead and transform him up. Take a look at that car mode.
I'll stick that bomb right under their nose gear.
And finally, to round all this off, folks, here he is in his car mode. That is definitely a nice looking little Volkswagen. It doesn't have the look or the feel of a penny racer like he did in the cartoon. But 2018, that was before they really started off going all gaga on the cartoon accuracy. I will admit that. I'm going to take some points for that, but not very much. So folks, there he is. He is a beautiful little Volkswagen car and very, very tiny. He does have, I forgot to mention, weapon storage underneath the car mode, so you can make it where it's a little harder to lose his gun. But folks, let's go ahead and switch over and take a look at the close-ups. There they are. That is a beautiful little Volkswagen mode. And folks, that is it for the turntables for Newage H1 Flipper. So folks, that is it for Newage's H1 Flipper. I think we've got a little bit of time to take a look at that final verdict. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, check out all the stuff in the description, links and otherwise. Buy yourself a little bit of Magnus merch. Little Magnus goes a long way. And folks, I will see you next time.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have.
Find these figures and more at ShowZStore. Links in the description.